Welcome back to Dat Build. Today I'm continuing progress on my Mercedes-Benz ML430. Nearly said the Porsche then. What we're going to do, try to do anyway, to be honest, this is one of the reasons why I don't really like working at home, especially in my driveway. It is super windy outside again today, which is the whole premise of setting this shed up so I can actually do stuff in here. The problem is though, I'm still not at that point. Again, 1 hour on the weekend, and I've already delved into some of that hour because I started the clock when I started setting up. The problem is setting up the cameras, setting up all this, redoing every time I do a mistake, it just eats away at the time. So I might have to sneak it a little bit more. But what we're going to start to do is the front end. So I do have ball joints, I do have yeah, these parts. Yeah, I'm terrible with names sometimes, and this is definitely evidence. But pretty much all the parts I've got here, I'm going to go about changing them first. It was more or less the very first thing I was going to tackle before I, in the end of it, just took the car off the road. I found other things here and there that needed doing. Then a hose busted, which is another story we'll get to later. And then of course all these little other things that really should be done. So I'm going to tackle this, get this out of the way first. It's just a big lump of parts that can do without. So get that done, then move on to other stuff. I'll see how I go. Again, 1 hour, not a lot of time. Normally my 5-hour sprint is then compressed to 15 minutes. So 1 hour, 2 minutes. So we start where all good jobs start, with jacking the car up to support it. One issue I had is that the car needed to be supported over dirt. So some yellow tongue came in handy. Life finds a way. With the wheels removed, I cleaned off all the Australian killing spiderweb houses and their spawn. A rattle gun here, a small mallet there, and the tie rods were now loose. It was fine. So, it would seem I need to remove more. Bolt will foul on the shock absorber. I presented my appreciation by showing it some wildlife. Would have been so much better with a power tool, but near zero space. This took all my life. I note also this is how the camera is adjusted, so with the marks left, I'll aim to put them back as I remove them. Yeah. So, it would seem that an hour on the weekend doesn't really cut the mustard. Unfortunately, I had a few interruptions along the way, which, you know, forgivable in some aspects, but of course it did delay me. What really got to me though is I didn't really do the research beforehand as to exactly how to tackle doing that. Sometimes I prefer it that way. I just like to actually tackle things and learn offhand instead of reading beforehand. I figured it'd be reasonably straightforward looking at everything here, but well, hit a few speed bumps, have to drop the front shock absorber. Anyway, we'll get there. So these appear to be short episodes. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to drag on talking because realistically, nice short episodes sometimes just to break things up a bit. So however long this one's going to be. I did have a bit further look though with regards to the ball joints, and these ones seem to be a little different compared to what's in the car currently. So I'm going to have to do a bit more research. I think maybe I've bought the wrong ones, which doesn't seem like me at all. But anyway, so I'll look into that as well. I'm just hoping the rest of these parts are correct. Anyway, that's going to do it again today, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, like, subscribe, comment below, etc. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbour that 1 hour on the weekend is 5 minutes in reality when you're doing work, getting interruptions, doing takes after takes, moving the camera. Anyway, until next time, guys, cheers.